I'm doing a little project. Like, I know I should start from the beginning, but I want to share it to you. Like, my process of how to draw in Canva. Now, Canva has good elements and good shapes, good, like, elements, like, there can be a birthday cake. Like, one good, like, representative of this is this simple cake here. That is a whole drawing. Like, if you go to cake, or like, you just go and exit because you tap the cake. So you go here, you go to elements, see, and you will see, if you need like a circle, just tap this, then you have a circle. Like, you can do this with other apps similar to Canva if you don't want Canva, but this is like the other app that I mostly use if I want to get creative. But the thing about Canva is that it's not really good. It's made for artists who can draw, if you know what I mean. But like, it does have the pen tool. These drawings here, the hills, I drew that myself because not all shows of Adventure Time, like Adventure Time I mean, is accommodated as a design, like a cake. It's not like a simple cake, you know. So you have to make the character yourself. One thing about this is I didn't really draw it. I made it out of the elements. Wait. Which is this one. Then I use shapes. Probably this, probably that. Then I drew this though. The happy birthday. Now, I know I was trying to emulate this, but I wasn't really great. Anyway, so I will try to draw the butt, but I forgot how thin the human's shorts look like. So let's go to Google. And let's see thin the human's shorts. Wait, what's that? One of the biggest games on PC have been pulled from certain stream stores. Oh my god, because it has drugs. Okay, I get it. Anyway. Like, personally, yeah, there we go. Finn the human. Okay, so he has darker shorts here than his shirt. Yeah, and this ring donut thingies of it's like his shoe, but not his socks. I think his socks if I remember, because actually I'm actually rewatching Adventure Time, because if you rewatch Adventure Time in Netflix, it has a different like perspective to it, because I guess you don't really show it to children, you're showing it to adults. So maybe there's some adult humor that actually slide, you know, because it's adult humor. You know, it's a really different experience. But you know, if you just don't really want to watch, like, I can't really force you to do it. So let's do Finn the human shorts. So Finn the human has a very rectangular butt and very long, very skinny legs. Like, I already seen some other updates of Finn the human having no arm, which is character development, I guess. But it's also one thing to see if your dad really loves you, you know. Like, if I had my parents and there were dogs, I don't mind. My dad didn't love me. Like, you know, there's gonna be like a Adventure Time a new Adventure Time show, but it's based on them, Finn the human and Jake the dog, being babies. So it's like a Looney Tunes reboot, which is just funny. It's like the 90s, you know. But you can't really blame them if they think it's pretty rad to do that and do it like a Looney Tunes reboot. I can't blame them. It's like, what would they do if they're babies? Like, maybe I'll see like the mom, the actual mom, in real, like in you know, in the show, like how they were treated as, kin of Jake. It's pretty interesting if you're a nerd or, just a soul that really likes to have fun. And I hope though, even though I have a job, I can still enjoy my things because that's what I feel that I should. Like the things that I would, like it's like I feel it's like an important thing to go back to where you what you wanted, because it makes you young, makes you youthful. You don't really have to be childish. Yeah, like Lovely Lord said, like you can do Lolita, but you can't. You should be mature. Which makes sense as not all can be childish and just say, I'm just a child. You're already old, so you gotta manage those things. And I find being adult a somewhat good thing. Like it's not it's a really good thing, I guess, because I can buy things for myself. No one can really control me unless something is really needed. Like your own independence is really your own codependence. And that's pretty interesting as a adult, making your own rules as it should be like as they should because you think it's legit that way. As you see, like I was doing my shapes, I was doing like I was making his shorts, but you should know when to group. So you tap the shape, the whole thing says on group, right? So you tap those, you know, you go to more, then select multiple, then you no, wait, because this one is already at the back, so I might mess it up. So I'm gonna put it backward. Like you don't really have to group it like this thing here. You can just leave it separate. But I don't know, maybe I'll group it. So it will be one cohesive fin. Like the limbs are very spaghetti noodly, so that may be different. So before the limbs, we need to do the bag. Like the bag is like this. Maybe I'll do an updated fin, but I don't know. That will be a bit more complicated because of his arm. It's like I don't really want to put much effort because this friend of mine that has this card is actually I don't know if he has a hard time like communicating. Like I can't blame him if he has anxiety. Like get over it. Not all people can just snap out of anxiety that quick. It's not like oh, I hate that. Ah, no. Why did you do that? Stop. Freaking Canva messing up my thing. So I thought it was something else. I was scared of the error. Okay, that messed up my head there. Wait a minute. So I tap this, go to color, then we'll make it like a darker green, close to blue because it's easier. It's too dark. How dark is it? It's like it's still in the grass, kind of dark. Yeah, I think that's legit. Then make it a bit darker, not too dark. And yeah, so we can do this. Then make a half. Like, I don't know how to make the straps. The straps are very chunky. The elements, like, one thing you need to really note is that if you make, like, it's like a blessing and a curse if you're gonna do something about, like, if you make a line like that. If you make a line like that, it turns to a shape. Like, usually you draw it first, like in Photoshop you draw it first, then you turn it to a shape, but this one turns it into a shape automatically. But if you see that more of a blessing, I guess you just work around it anyway, as like I do. I think that's a legit color. Making Finn's backpack is something. And one thing that when you're gonna make this fin out of shapes is to make sure that everything on solid shape. Don't make it like separate lines, because you will have a headache why all the lines are not together, because they're separate shapes. You should note that they're all separate shapes when you do a separate line. That's why I'm not really losing my grip on the pen. One thing I hate about this pen, for some reason, it doesn't really spread the pen. Like the per se ink, digital ink. There, like, I did draw Finn the Human before, but it was on traditional, like, actual paper. Like, my old teacher said I'm really good at drawing, but so there's that. Like, you should really notice, guys, if we're gonna use Canva for drawing. But if you really want to use like a trusted brand of app for drawing, the thing is you need to make the card first, the background, then you can draw the actual characters. Like, I could do that right now. I think I'll try it with Jake, because Jake is so bendy, moldy. Oh, it glitched. And plus, this Canva pen also like breaks, so I wouldn't recommend it for long-term use, but for like small things like signature or something like that, that just needs to be rendered out, or like used for signatures, or like, if you just want to put things like do done, then you type the text. That's pretty much it. That's what I would recommend it for, not really for super creative purposes. So you select multiple. We made it a whole shape. When you move it, see, then you tap this one as always, then group it together. Now go to position and do backwards. Ta-da! You have the backpack of Finn the Human. Now you can continue in Canva, but personally I don't feel it. Like, this is what I need. I think I'll just do this. Maybe I'll find a better way to draw this. I'll get the pen. I'll just get a better font, to be honest. That's like, is one of number one takeaways is you can get more creative fonts than usual. And the one thing though, it erased cloud. I don't need to that. I need that. I don't need that to be erased. Oh no. We just sacrifice the cloud. We can just draw again. We just sacrifice the clouds. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Like, I can be more precise, you know, in the next app that we're gonna use, that I always use, no matter what app I do change it to, which is Medibang. So let's go to text and go for a heading. Like, this is a heading because it's gonna be the whole heading of the actual thing, and I find that very important, like how you lay it out, because that will affect the look of the actual thing. So you do like this, then you go to font, you see here, then font, like put this arrow up if you're in mobile. I don't know in computer because Canva does update its own software, so be aware of how to use it. I can't really say anything about uh the computer version because I don't have a computer. I don't really edit there, but I would gladly edit if I had the chance to get the laptop again. I think this fits. Yeah, I think that fits. So, like, we're not gonna do all over the process all over again. We're just gonna do this. But make it bigger. Oh no. So you type. You just simply type. That's it. So if you think it's like this and it's a mess, just tap this one. The good thing about this is that you don't really have to change anything. Like, we could save. Just remember that we're using Lost South. Like, we can just do this. Like, because we're gonna draw Finn the human, so the layout will become a picture, and a picture doesn't have layers, which you can toggle around like this. Like, you tap it, then you toggle around like this. No, 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 no. It's gonna be one whole picture. So I think we're gonna abandon this for a while, but we're gonna go back to it. So the important thing is we're gonna do the elements first before we say happy birthday, Kiffer. I can actually just delete this if I wanted. Maybe I'll try to. Because that's one thing. Maybe I'll try to do this. I don't know. That's part of the creative process because you have a good thing, so you think about it differently. But you know now how to draw in Canva. But I would highly recommend, if you do have a good drawing app that suits you, especially suits you, of course, I would recommend that. So let's go upload. Like, formatting, the format, the templates is very important if you're doing something. There's something wrong with the look. Let me do this. Do this. There. Does that matter? To me it matters because it's the look. For some reason the line came with it. Odd. There. No, no, don't do that. Like, I'm not gonna put any music with this. I just want pure focus. Like, usually I do music, but I can't do music when I'm recording. I might consider not putting music. Like, if you have that, just use watermark draft. Like, I can do this more elaborate, but my bro is not Jeb, so Jeb gives me the things I like, I love, and I want. And I find him more special than him. It's like, it's not that I have superiority complex, it's just that, we don't really, go with each other. And that's from a person like me that thinks like some people can be kind. Like, just make your design. Like, honestly, I can just redo the hills and have fun. So we did this design. So this is gonna be part one. So there's gonna be like more parts to it. So I'll see you in the other app. Bye.